which is good because I have some talking points for you guys today. So tonight is going to be perfect for us comics that are here. Us, this is a tribe. Remember that being a comedian is a tribe. And then when you meet other comics, you either hate them or love them right away, immediately. Mostly hate them until they prove that you can love them.
Really? Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. I love everybody.
Oh, what a liar! That guy wants to get laid. That's the dude that fucks everyone. I love everybody.
Oh no.
That's me.
That's a cult leader. I love everybody. All right.
You know about my cult.
That's good. Okay. So, little word of advice to all the comics that are in this room as we continue to build the audience in this room moving forward. Whenever you get on this stage, always remind people that they are in Gypsy Moon, and there's always beautiful, delicious beer to drink, and always food to also eat. And we have amazing staff like Ronnie, who's the owner, and also his lovely wife and partner, Mrs. T.
Miss T in the
So
house.
this is good because from what I see, you guys
And she got the dress on.
are here. So remember that as we grow this. All right. If you guys want to see this grow as part of a team or a team of comics, it's very important. Very important. Remember that. Comics forget that shit. They go to these venues and they be on this fucking personal vendetta like with the world, and it's like, bro, we're still a team. And we forget that shit. So as you guys continue hanging out here, at least for myself, remember I was given this room by my good friend Shady, who was hanging out in the back. And Tigre is here, you know, just like this gentleman here. Other artists, respect them. So that was my little talking point at the beginning for you guys. But here are some thoughts that I would like your input on, because now this just turned into a workshop.
Oh, I know.
All right. So I was hanging out with some women the other day, and something that a girl said, what I found very interesting. She said, instead of sex work, why not raise the minimum wage? Because women are out there trying to make more money, all right? And they figured, hey, fuck it, I'll just sell my pussy and my ass. And it feels like the government is pushing that idea, and the politicians are putting that idea. They're pushing it more and more and more. How do you guys feel about that? Yay or nay?
I got a question. What's the difference between a prostitute and a date?
What's my opinion on prostitution?
No, what's the difference between a prostitute and a date?
What's the difference between a prostitute and a date? See, when you date somebody, it's kind of like, no, listen. You see, that was too light. I want to go deeper than that.
I know you do.
When you go on a date, you ever played Super Mario Kart? You ever play Mario Kart? You guys play Mario Kart, right?
Sure.
See, when you go on a date, it's like a random box. You don't know what STD you're gonna get. You don't know when you're on a date. You're like, if I hit this shit, it herpes, syphilis, nothing. But when you're with a hooker, you're more than likely gonna get. It's like a Bowser spike ball. It's coming. I just made that up. Does that work, guys?
This is
All right.
good. I thought you wrote that.
No, I just came up with that.
Because I feel like it kind of gave you like a open.
Yes, and this is the beautiful thing about people when they heckle. That's why you want that. Listen, as a comic, you want to throw questions, so if they heckle you, you can work with it. But you have to be calm. Yes, you do, because you're a good ranter. You will get calm.
I can't calm to you. I just asked you a question. Actually, you asked the question.
Yeah, you saw that? All right, here's another thing. I think this is pretty funny. I think that if you want free food, you should just go to Chick-fil-A dressed as Jesus. Is that funny? It's pretty funny. You show up to Chick-fil-A, you wear a Jesus outfit, and you're like, yo, y'all gotta give me free chicken because I'm here as Black Jesus, and if y'all don't give me free chicken, y'all not going to heaven. Does that work? All right, move on.
Yeah, but not on Sunday. You gotta say not on Sunday.
Of course. No, you go on Friday.
Right. Dressed as Jesus. You go on Sunday dressed as Jesus because Chick-fil-A is closed.
Oh, here's a good one for you guys. Listen to this, Angela. I noticed that humans can't play tag with children. They can't. You know, because when you try to play tag with adults, they freak out. You're like, hey, you're it. And they're like, what the fuck? Get away from me, right? But then you see the kids playing tag in the park, and you're like, man, I want to have fun again. But if you was to try to play tag with them, people will look at you like you're fucking crazy. So you can't do that shit. It's like, what's wrong with that? I just want to play tag with children. I want to touch them. Pause. Does that work?
You can't even touch kids anymore without people judging you, you know?
Does that pause work? Okay, yeah, you can take it.
I can do it, but you can't. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, it's like a black man running around in a playground trying to tag people. It's like, it's society. And we're not judging you. It's just, we're just telling you the truth. This is how COVID started comedians. Because my mouth is so close to this, I really don't know where your mouth has been. I'm literally like touching your saliva.
Savage.
We just made out the wrong mic. That's
Seriously.
Gosh.
That's the most metaphysical way of making out. All right.
Microphones?
Yes. All right. So here's another thing. I had a girl write to me on Instagram because I posted something that she didn't like. I posted this, and this is for all of you in this room. So Santa Claus is black this year, and I hate that shit. I don't like Santa Claus being black. I like Santa Claus being white and jolly because it makes sense to me. I like the idea of sitting on a white man's lap, not a black guy's lap. I do not like that because black guys don't have that soft, cushy, thick, soft, KFC leg. White old dudes have that shit, and I like that. Was that description good? I went in there.
I want to hear about the black lap.
All right, here we go. So, I see the black lap is very thin and narrow and very heroin-y. I don't like that. Black guys have very heroin legs. I don't like that. It's always bony and it's ashy.
Why
I
do you
don't
ever on a
know.
black man's lap is what I want to know.
This is black. It's Black Santa Claus. So I wrote about Black Santa, right? And I posted on my Instagram. I wrote, "This was me," and quote. I said, "Good job, Black Lives Matter. You finally got the representation you deserve. Black Santa, he's gonna come to your house, bring you your welfare checks, and make sure that all your baby mamas have food stamps."
I
You guys
saw
like
that.
that? You guys like that? I think that's hilarious. But this girl wrote to me in my DM saying, "So, you think that's what all Black Lives Matter wanted? A black Santa?" And I go, "Really? You really think that's how I think?" She's like, "I don't know." I don't respond. I leave her on red. Triggered. The next day, she sends me a whole article about black women feeding white children when back in the fucking slave times. Like, really? Like, with their black titties. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And she's like going hard about this shit. And I go to her, "Listen, this is the thing about discrimination. Discrimination is discrimination, no matter what. People get discriminated all the time. Fat people get discriminated. Short people get discriminated. Blondes get discriminated. White folks, just for being white, you're automatically racist, so you're already discriminated. So I don't want to hear that bullshit." And then I came up with this new joke. I said this. She's like, "Oh yeah, but black people were slaves for 200 years. I'm like, "Did you know what the Egyptians did to the Hebrews? They were slaves for 1,000 years. Black people were just picking up fucking cotton. In Egypt, they were building pyramids. That's what the Hebrews were doing. And it was so bad that the black Egyptians said, 'Oh, you need to pray to the sun, Ra.' The shit that was killing them. For real? And we're gonna complain over 200 years of picking cotton saying, 'Yes, massa'? Come on, bro. We were chilling, yo. Come on. And I can say all of this because of this. You see my skin?
Yeah.
I'm allowed.
I can't tell
Me and
myself.
Shady are allowed. And even El Tigre. What? You want to say something? Come over here. White skin lady. Come on.
Okay.
Slavery, I get it. I'm super, I don't see color. I close my eyes and I just listen to what you
Don't
speak.
say that. That's really racist.
Don't see color. It's racist that you call me white. I'm not
Alright,
white. I'm tan, bitch. What the fuck?
This is
And
like how
so
white
here's the
women
thing.
taking over BL.
Stop, I have ADHD, and if you go so far and don't give me back, I'll
Go ahead,
forget
finish
what I
your
was.
point.
I don't. What were you
Finish your
saying a
point.
second? I
Don't
can't
lose-
remember now.
Oh,
That's what happened to me. That's why I said I don't know how to be a comedian. And then my teacher was like,
Alright, go ahead.
what were you saying?
What was I saying?
What were you
Something
saying?
about BLM. She just wants food
What about
stamps
it?
too. Yeah.
What about the BLM?
We're talking about black people and racism. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I'm a mom.
There you go.
They call me mom. It's a slave name. They keep going mom, 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 mom. You know how much money I get to be a mom? Nothing. No child support, no baby money. I am a slave. You know what my slave name is? It's not Kudikita or anything. It's Angela is my real name, but they call me mom. I said, if you call me mom one more time, I'm gonna fuck you up. My name is Angela. Stop it. So now they go, Angela. And I'm like, all right, stop that too. Can I have a drink? Angela. Can I have this? Angela. I'm like, didn't you just stop calling me? Just go. I want to put them in a cage. But I feel like it's for. Please raise your hand if you think it's inappropriate to stick your kid in a
These guys are
cage.
not gonna raise your
If
hand.
you listen, it's unpleasant.
Williams was willing to do it.
I don't think it's fun to want to stick your kid in a freaking cage because like they just
You know what
savages.
the ohm resistance is?
Savages.
Thank you, Angela. You're the best. I love this. Look at
Other
that.
clips that you like so much? Give me a second.
I love it. I love. Look at you. Yes. You gotta support it. All right.
Don't talk about slavery.
Don't talk about slavery? All right, cool. All right, moving on, because that joke is over anyways. The point of the whole thing was this. This was my point at the end. She says, why do you stir the pot so much? I said, because life is a fucking soup. And we, comedians, are the seasoning of that fucking soup. So if we don't stir it, the soup tastes like shit. Does that make sense, guys?
That's fucking next level.
Right?
I love that.
And if you don't stir the soup, what happens? Segregation. Because the soup splits if you don't stir it. So let me stir that shit so we can keep thinking.
Yeah, I've got the point
Right?
4
Too woke for her. Her ass went to sleep after I said that shit. She didn't understand that.
Point 3 on.
All right, moving on.
Either one of those
Okay.
or around that.
Here's an actual joke, okay? My first question on a date is if a woman does a Brazilian wax, so I don't have to beat around the bush. Does that work? That's pretty funny, right? That's a ha-ha. So stupid. All right, okay, here's another one for you guys. I remember being so broke that my mom bought me Play-Doh so I could pretend to eat.
No cap.
No cap. Man, that's a good one, right? It's more like a rim lick than it is an actual joke. This is actually true. If you hurt a dog, you'll do more time than raping a human.
It's so true. I can't say what I want to say.
Here's another cool quote for you guys. Facebook is so filtered, it has me picking my words like alphabet cereal. That's like a rap lyric, right? What you call a tree house in white America is an efficiency in Miami. Does that work? Huh? I'm just like throwing woke shit. I hate that about myself as a comic. I'm too deep, and I gotta dumb it down. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way to go with words.
Yeah, well,
Player, comedian.
I know,
Dumb it down.
I know.
Real dumb.
Yeah.
Make it real stupid.
So yeah, man. Retail, life, people, celebrities, masturbation. It's kind of what we're always thinking about 24/7. You know? I met an artist at this place called the SLS. Have any of you guys been to the SLS in Brickell? It's the most posh / I've never smelled so many white farts in my life. And that shit smells like salmon. For real. The SLS was interesting because I met this artist chick and all she talked about was pedophilia and rape. I don't know if that's artistic to like say and bring it up all the time. It makes me wonder if it's her kink, you know? We talked about OnlyFans. We talked about selling sex and sex sells, you know, shit like that. I just feel that human beings eventually will become tired of masturbating and eventually they'll look for something deep. So let them masturbate till their dicks fall off and till their clits become red. Fuck it. Just let them do it. It's fine. Who cares? No one cares. That's the truth. And that's my last point that I'm going to say to you guys was that when she saw my post of the last thing I posted was about Jesus, right? And this is a God thing, you know? They always want to introduce God into your life. But if they introduce God into your life, it's always like, if you behave a certain way, God will bless you. But that creates entitlement. Because now if I act a certain way, I deserve this. And no one deserves anything. You just work through your shit. And that's it. And that's what keeps us close. Because if we deserve things like people think they do, then that's what creates a division. And that's going to be my last point right there, guys.
Yeah.
You want to be woke. Stop asking for shit. You know? You fell asleep? That's good, finally. All right.
Bars. It's a word I just learned from the kids.
Yeah, bars. That means you're. It's so funny. They say bars, and usually, like, the people that say that end up in jail. Isn't that some shit? Bars. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know. Whatever. I think that was kind of stupid. All right. I'm going to bring up one of our friends here in comics to work his shit out. Actually, no. I'm actually going to bring up a friend that she's come up already a couple times. And we're going to let her work her stuff out. You guys put your hands together for Angela, everybody.